Hey everybody, what is going on? It's War Machine 100 here, bringing you my first Magic the Gathering video. In this video, I'm going to share with you my personal homemade Goblin deck. It's mono red and it works very well in multiplayer MTG games. Let me start by saying that this is not your typical Goblin deck. Most people build Goblin decks that are designed to win by repeatedly attacking with hordes of 1/1 Goblin tokens. While we still plan on building an army of Goblins, this deck doesn't need to attack with them. We simply need to build up our board state until our win condition is ready to go off. With that said, let's get into the deck. First, we have our turn 1 play Goblin Fireslinger. It's a 1/1 that can tap for 1 instant damage to any player. Next, we have our turn 2 Goblin Spawners, Dragon Fodder and Krenko's Command. For 2 mana, we get 2 1/1 Goblin tokens. Then we have our turn 3 Goblin Spawners, which are Hordling Outburst and Goblin Slide. Hordling Outburst does the same thing as the last turn 2 Goblin Spawners, except it costs 1 more mana for 1 more Goblin. Goblin Slide allows us to spawn even more Goblin tokens every time we cast a non-creature spell, which happens to be the majority of this deck. So now every time we cast a Goblin Spawner or some other non-creature spell, we can tap 1 more mana and get another token, except this one has haste, so it can attack immediately if we need it to. Our final and most essential Goblin Spawner is Krenko Mob Boss. He can come out on turn 4, and every time we tap him, we add 1/1 Goblins to the field equal to the number of Goblins we already have out. Essentially, we can double our Goblins every turn. Now the question becomes, what do we do with all these Goblins? Well, you can pay a mana and sacrifice 1 for a Goblin Grenade, dealing 5 damage to any target creature or player. You could also play Horde of Boggarts, whose power and toughness are equal to the number of red permanents you control. This not only includes all of your Goblins, but also any enchantments you may have as well. You could also play Goblin Bombardment, which allows you to instantly sacrifice a creature at any time and deal 1 damage per sacrificed creature to any target creature or player. When we get into the late game, this easily becomes a win condition. Even if someone tries to wipe your board, you can respond by sacrificing all of your Goblins and killing them instead. However, if you have massive raid in hand, then that won't even be necessary. You can just tap 3 mana and deal direct damage to them equal to the number of creatures you have at any time. I used to have 2 Hordling Outbursts, but now I only have 1 so that I can make room for Purphoros, God of the Forge. Now anytime we have a creature enter the battlefield, all opponents take 2 damage per creature that entered. My favorite way to win with this deck is to play Purphoros while Krenko's on the field, and then tap Krenko. Most of the time, that will instantly kill everyone that you're playing with. As I only use this as a casual deck, my land base is really simple, consisting of 22 mountains. You could make this modern legal by replacing Goblin Bombardment with, I don't know, Outnumber or some other Goblin Spawner or something if you really wanted to, but since this works better in multiplayer games, I personally just wouldn't bother. So the final count of everything in this deck is 22 mountains, a Hordling Outburst, a Purphoros, God of the Forge, and 4 of everything else. According to TCG mid prices, this deck is worth an average of about $44.48. If you want to play test this, then I have it uploaded on my Tapped Out account. It's a website that lets you build and test decks, as well as leave comments and read various articles on other Magic related topics. I'll leave links to my homepage and my Goblin deck in the description. I hope you all enjoyed the video and liked the deck I made. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.